What's going on, everybody? My name is Chris Crypto Secret X, and I want to welcome you here to Crypto. And yes, I've been waiting on this particular moment to happen. I've been going away a few days, and we've had some crazy technical difficulties here going on with our live. That's why we had to keep moving the time back. Internet troubles, various things like that. But the market is down, and it has crashed. But does that mean everything is over? But before we go any further, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. That helps the channel grow. But we're going to get into it. What's going on with the market? What's going on with cryptocurrency? But before we get started, you know what we got to do. Cue that intro. What's going on, everybody? It's been a few days. Again, we've had some technical difficulties here inside the studio. We have added a few things. I'm going to go ahead and punch this light down a little bit. But the market, we're going to get, I'm just hitting that light behind me. It's a little bright here. See if we can get that down a little bit here. There we go. Humble hustle. But what's going on with the market? The market's down. We've seen some things going, and this is something that I have experienced before in the earlier bull run 2021 when we experienced this. So this is nothing new. Should we be panicking? Should we be going all crazy over this? No, this is a part of it. So just relax, buy the dip. Some of you who haven't had opportunity to get in a position, this is what it's about. This is where these kind of videos right here are going to be the videos to help get you through these type of times when you are sitting there looking at the market. I looked at mine today. I was down roughly about $10,000 in one, $11,000 in another one, $4,000 in another one. It's just all a part of it, man. It comes with the territory, but relax. This is just a dip. And I'm going to show you some things why that you don't have to panic now or lose your dang on mind because we have experienced a dip. And the first thing I want to go to talk to you about is when we talk about things about the feds. If you're new to crypto, you may not understand that when the feds, which is Jerome Powell, okay, the FOMC, when they have these meetings, and they have quarterly meetings, if he says anything negative, like we're going to raise, we're going to increase the interest rates, they're going to stay the same. Like he said, Bitcoin, there will not be a reserve. He can't even speak on that. He's not even at that point where he can speak on that. So they asked him a question, which to me was a setup question. That's like an automatic question to tank the freaking market. And they knew what they were doing, man. These reporters sometimes ask these crazy questions. And when he said that, I knew the market's getting ready to tank because of that. But it's going to bounce back because also with that, there has to be sell-off. There will always be some people that sell off in this market right before the feds have their meeting, their quarterly meetings. Why? Because they know they have the insight on when this guy's going to say something crazy. And when he says something, or he says something that just makes sense. Like we can't raise the interest rates. We can't lower them because inflation is going to go up because the central banks, all that's tied in there. And what happens is the markets tank. And when they tank, some people panic and sell, which is the most stupidest thing you could ever do. If you bought high, is to sell low. You're just losing money. And then what's going to happen? You're going to get FOMO because you're going to see it bounce back, and then you're going to try to get back in. And then you're going to buy back at an even higher price. So come on, people. Don't panic. Don't panic. Let me go to the Fed's meeting. I'm sure I'm talking about. And I understand if you haven't been in a rodeo like this, or if this is your first time, this is my second bull run. And when you haven't gone through different things like this and you haven't experienced it, I know ain't nobody call that spam. When you haven't gone through it, you do panic. You be like, oh, it's over, but I'm going to speak to you about a warning. I put a warning on the picture for a reason. The warning is on the picture for a reason because when the market does crash, really crash, and you haven't had an exit strategy, this is what you're going to feel like. That's why I put the warning label there, because it is a warning. But let's go ahead and let's go to the meeting here. I want y'all to look at this meeting here. This is going to share this with you. And if you don't know what Jerome Powell is, if you never heard it, you need to get with this. Let's see here.
The economy is strong overall and has made significant progress toward our goals over the past 2 years.
So you're going to hear some of this stuff.
The labor market has cooled from its formerly overheated state and remains solid.
Anytime.
Inflation has moved much closer to our 2% longer run goal. We're committed to maintaining our economy's strength by supporting maximum employment and returning inflation to our 2% goal. To that end, today,
look at the market as he's speaking. Committee decided to take another
step in reducing the degree of policy restraint by lowering our policy interest rate.
Going down as he speaks.
We also decided to continue to reduce our securities holdings. I'll have more to say about monetary policy after briefly reviewing.
This is all part of it, guys.
Recent indicators suggest that economic activity has continued to expand at a solid pace. GDP rose at an annual rate of 2.8% in the third quarter, about the same pace as in the second quarter. Growth of consumer spending has remained resilient, and investment in equipment and intangibles has strengthened. In contrast, activity in the housing sector has been weak. Overall, improving supply conditions have supported the strong performance of the U.S. economy over the past year.
Yeah, but watch when
in our summary of economic projections,
committee
more. Participants generally expect GDP growth to remain solid, with a median projection of about 2% over the next few years. In the labor market, conditions remain solid. Payroll job gains have slowed from early.
Let me see. I want to scroll.
Employment and stable prices for the American people.
As he's talking,
we see the risks to achieving our.
As he's talking, y'all can see the market is clearly tanking. It's tanking. And the reason it's tanking is because what he's saying, and then they come up and say that we're not gonna have those interest rates cuts, and people banking on those. And I got a video earlier I did like probably 2 years ago when I told us we weren't gonna get the interest rates cuts there. Okay, but here's the thing that Jerome Powell has. He does that, but Trump's coming in. And when Trump comes in, Trump is going to really put a lot of pressure on getting the things in the market up and get it high. And so let's go where Fed's Jerome Powell spoke on Bitcoin. All right, and here's what I'm trying to tell you: Jerome Powell, Bitcoin. And let me see if I can pull it up. I want that one statement. Where is it at? I think this may be it right here. Let's see here. I don't know if we can get it out of commercial.
Hi, Clint Kuhns here with Anderson.
I'm gonna try to get the commercial off, but you see what I'm saying.
Like
Let me get this commercial off and you'll see.
One-day
all right, let's go and get the commercial off. All right.
Fed Chair Jerome Powell is speaking after the Federal Reserve cut interest rates by 1/4 point.
Strong performance of the U.S. economy over the past year.
I just want to get to the point where he said
employment rate is higher than it was a year ago.
You just heard it. We don't need to hear that.
Rates by as much or as quickly as we thought just a couple of months ago.
All right, now this is what I'm saying. This is part right here.
Top lines of what he's saying to us.
Here we go.
Luckily for you, I do have a Fed decoder ring. I brushed it off
right.
from the Bernanke and Greenspan eras.
You see what I'm talking about.
What's really happening here is the Federal Reserve is trying to tell us, hey, the economy is growing more strongly than we thought, even just a few months ago. And as a result, we don't think we are going to have to lower interest rates by as much or as quickly as we thought just a couple of months ago. Okay. So we're going to give you the 1/4 percentage point today. That's fine. But when we look out into the future, their own crystal ball, they see 2 rate cuts next year, 2 rate cuts in the subsequent year. And that's about half of what they thought they were going to have to do. So when the Fed says we're data dependent and they make that kind of remark.
So what does that mean? All right, let's get into it. Anytime you hear anything about the Feds cutting the rates, what happens is when the rates are cut, then people have ability to spend a lot more money. And when money flows, the market loves that. If he would have gotten and said, "Hey, we're cutting, we're now at the 2% mark, and we're cutting the basis points by, let's say 75, 75 points, something like that," the market would have reacted like crazy. But as y'all know, the market has been on a tear here the last few days. You can't have the market on the tear. You got to have the pullbacks. You got to bust the pipe and let the pressure out. And when you let the pressure out, what happens? That allows for new people to come in, new money to flow, and things don't get so price heavy high. You got to bust the bubble at a certain point. That's just the way this thing works. So when he comes on and he says that, I knew right then and there to start gathering cash, because what? It's going to go down. It's going to go down. Now, there are certain points in where you do have to have an exit strategy. All right. So this is what I'm talking about. So now we go to CoinMarketCap and we look at that. There are some things that I know from the last bull run that I'm basing a lot of stuff off, because I've been through this before. So I made the mistakes. I'm not saying I know it all. I'm not saying I'm your financial advisor, but in this given point in time, a lot of people, a lot of you, this time in the day, you come to the internet because when you look at your market, you need some type of motivation to get through this, because it can be depressing at times. When you look up, and I look at mine, I'm like, dang, I'm down $10,000 here, 11,000 over here, and you just saw this thing run up. And for the last 2 or 3 years, you've been watching this son of a gun be down. So let's go ahead and let's pull up the other market, our very own CoinMarketCap. So let's jump over here and we look at it. Look at Bitcoin. 96,005. Look at the fear greed, 62. You see what I'm saying? So with 62, that means people what? Pulling back. But I guarantee you, when I click on Bitcoin right here, and you see this right, this is what I'm going to show you, and this is how I know it's really being controlled. You see that big old dip right there? That's not a dip because Jerome Powell talked. That's a big old dip because people sold. You understand? They sold. Now, when did they sell? All right. 12/20. Okay. That's when they sold, 12/20. All right. Let's get back here. When did Jerome Powell speak? Let's go back to that now. The Fed meetings. When were they on the Fed? Today's date is the what? The 20th. They had a big sale. Jerome Powell spoke, and as Jerome Powell spoke, there are people, I'm telling y'all, I've been in here one day ago. If you look at it, the U.S. economy, Jerome Powell spoke one day ago. One day ago, it was December the 19th. Okay. We had a sell-off on December the 20th. Okay. That's a sell-off. We had a bigger sell-off here. Now, look at the rebound. It's starting to come back. It went all the way down to what? About 92. Now, when it went down to 92, how many of y'all people said, you know what? Bitcoin 92, and you've been programmed to see it at 106. I'm buying it. I am buying it now. You got to bust the bubble to get people to buy. If Bitcoin would have went to 200,000, a lot of y'all would have been like, I'm not buying that. It's too high. So those of us who've been in this rodeo, I know it's coming back. And the reason I'm not panicking, there's so many reasons I'm not panicking right now, because I'm really waiting for January the 26th to hurry up and get here. I am really waiting for President Trump to take office, all these people who are pro-crypto to take office. And then I want to see what happens. Okay. Second of all, there's another good thing that came into place that I'm like, man, we didn't have this last bull run. All right. I'm telling y'all, man, I'm trying to speak to you because I've experienced this and I know it's disheartening when you look, and now Solana is $189 freaking dollars. You think I'm going to buy some? You dang going right I'm going to buy some, because to me, $100 is a bargain of a deal. Look at these prices, man. Avalanche, $38. Chainlink, ain't dropped. They ain't dropped. Sui, $452. holding strong, holding strong because you know why people they still gonna buy because they're looking at that getting a lot higher. We scroll on down, Litecoin's 99, not a big drop. Pepe, I'm gonna load them up on Pepe. It's dropped down 29%. I'm gonna get it. You why? Because I have big positions. So wherever I have big positions, I'm gonna buy. And there are some of these coins I wasn't in. Internet computer, $10. Okay, we saw it at 12. It's gonna go back. But look at Avi, still sitting at 327. I was hoping that went down to 100. And the reason I hope it go down, Render is $7. Render was $9. Y'all better jump on Render. I keep telling y'all. Casper 12, holding it strong right there. Let's see, Algorand 33 cents. Algorand's another one. Phantom 97 cents. Was it $1.12? You said like these are deals like Immutable X. That's not a bargain. It's already been there. Let's see here. The Graph 21. It's bargain. Dog with Hat. That's not a bargain. Most of it's 3. But if you got a lot of money to put down, then you can move. It's gonna move a slight dollar. You can get a good movement on that. C, 43 cents. That's a bargain right there. Ruin, not really a bargain. That's kind of been that. Jasmine at 3 cents. And, penny more. Okay. So you understand what I'm saying? So some of these, there are some bargains here, especially if you're in position. Gala Games, 3 cents. Okay. It's not bad. Brett, 13. It's only down 4 cents. Let's see here. I'm going back. But the bottom line is when you look at these particular coins, Flow, 73 cents, bargain. I'm telling y'all, Flow is a bargain. Okay. But the point I'm getting at is that you still have an opportunity. Curve Dow token, 82 cents, bargain. You understand what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't get in. They don't stay 5 steps ahead. So right now, what you should have had is some dry powder and extra money aside. Now, for the dips like this, 20% in. If you bought 20% on the first dip, not all of it, just 20% of whatever you have. So if you got like $800, 10% of 800 is 80. Double that, 160 at 20%. Boom, buy the first dip. It dipped again. Boom, buy the next dip. And so when it runs back up, you already have made money and you're in the green. So because I bought lower than this, I'm still in the green, even though it says I lost 11,000, but I'm still in the green. Why? Because I bought it even lower than that. So this is not real low to me. And this is where the big dog is giving y'all the opportunity to buy in. That's all they're doing. They know if it gets too high, they know you got to pop the bubble. If you don't pop the bubble, people are not going to buy. All right. Now, this is a warning to you. Now, when I say warning, let me speak to you about warnings. Let me make myself big when I come into warnings and stuff. When we talking about warnings, when it comes to cryptocurrency, when we reach the peak of the bull run, and trust me, when I tell you this, no one can tell you when the peak of the bull run will be. You better have an exit strategy. I got a price, and my price may be a little bit modest compared, but when Bitcoin start reaching $150,000, $160,000 after Trump's in, I'm going to start exiting out. Okay. I'm going to start exiting out. Why? Because you can't tell. It may run up to 200,000. It may run up to 300,000. I don't know. I have no idea. But I've seen some peaks in my wallets, but I've seen the valleys now. And I have experienced that in all sectors from meme coins. I've had my first meme coin, I had $271,000 in my meme coin. 270, and didn't take one dime, and rolled that son of a gun all the way back down to $300. Whew. Lord have mercy. And I'm telling you, that is a rough ride down now. Rough. I even got to play that, man.
Oh my God.
Man, I even got to play this one.
You didn't. Wait a
Yep.
minute. No, you did. Oh, no, you didn't.
Wait a minute. No, you did. Oh, no.
Yeah, I wrote it all the way back down. There was a reason behind it. I just didn't write it down for a reason. But what I did was I just, at that time had a lot of people and I wanted to make sure that it held its base. But eventually people took theirs and they moved on. But the thing about it is that when we're in this crypto, these cryptos are going to return back to their bottom prices because the market does two things. It's going to go up and it's going to go down. So just as much as you're happy with everything going up, you have to plan an exit-based strategy. Okay. Now's the time not to exit. I'm not worried about it now. I'm really not worried about the market right now because I've seen it more bear. I've seen Bitcoin at $15,000. I've seen Ethereum when it was $1,000. I've seen XRP at like 40 some cents. Cardano at 29 cents. The same tokens we looking at. Gala Games was like like a penny. Sandbox went all the way down to 20 some cents. This right here was a penny. Jasmine wasn't even nowhere near 3 cents. It had 2 zeros there. It might be 3. This was down like 20 some cent. The graph 14 cent. So these prices right here are still good because I bought it low, and Phantom was almost down to like 30 some cent. It's like 97 cent. So do you need to panic? No, don't panic, man. Don't panic. If anything, you should be buying in and never sell listen, if it goes down, right? You're not going to lose your tokens. The value of it just changes, but it can come back. So why would you sell it after you lost $4,000? You put 5 in, you lost $4, you're $1,000. Now you're going to sell it. Oh my God, I don't want to lose all my money. Man, you done lost your money. Leave it in here. It's going to come back. Let your kahunas hang, knuckle up, and let's get back in the fight, man. It's time to buy now. It's red, blood in the water. You need to be like a shark. Now you need to be like a shark. But what do? This is where we get bearish. I ain't buying that. That stuff going down. And as soon as it going green and we sitting back saying, man, we making money, everybody. Woo, I better get something before it go too high. It done went up 20%. And now you're trying to buy. Buy it now, man. Buy it now. You're going to learn the patterns. The reason I understand I'm comfortable with the patterns I've been looking at for the last 4.5, 5 years. All right. So the first time I got in, yep, I sure did. When I first got in the stock, every time it went down $10, I take mine out. And then when they run like it's going up again, I put it back in, go down a little more, I take it out. No, don't do that. If you want to take profit, you take it when it's high. But the problem with taking when it's high, you get that euphoric feeling that, oh God, it might go higher. I don't want to miss it. Oh, man, don't do that. This is a video to get you through these times right here. Yep, it's depressing as hell when you look at it and you see all that red in there. But XRP, what's the good news with XRP? Man, they just got the stable dollar approved. It's up. You can buy it. You can transfer over it. So that tells me the banks are the banks are ready to roll. All the banks ready. But they can't do nothing until regulatory clarity has been established. They're not going to touch it. But you don't think they're making bets behind closed doors? You don't think people talking? You don't think the people who about to take office talking? You don't think Elon Musk and the boys talking and meeting? Man, look, I pull it up right now. The Coinbase and all the crypto major people meeting with President Trump now. They're already having meetings. This man already told you what he about to do. You understand? XRP ain't panicking. They just got to prove the stable dollar. They want to be the bankers going. SUI is the next move up. I know it's coming. And a lot of people that's been waiting are missing. When Bitcoin got up at 100-some thousand, they were praying, Lord, don't let it go up to 200,000. Please don't let it go. This was what I was thinking when I first got into cryptocurrency. And the bull run was happening. I was like, please draw. I was so happy when they said, I know that's bad, but I was happy when everything started just plummeting. I was so happy because I was like, yes, I can buy more. Yes, I was happy, boy, because I could get more. Because when it was going up, I was struggling trying to get this stuff, man. I was like, every time that I got a check, every time I got paid, I stopped going out. I stopped doing the date. I stopped doing everything. Any extra money I had was going into the investment. Every time I thought about buying something, I dropped it in the. If I thought about buying a new belt, whatever that belt cost, boom, dropped it in there. I was about to go buy a new car, boom, a car payment, it go in there. Anytime I thought about spending money, I put it in investment, and I'm reaping the benefits of it now. And my portfolio is very diverse. It's across the board. But I've been doing this now for almost 5 years. And so I'm not going to let one little dip make me lose my mind when I done been through about 10 or 12 different dips in the midst of the bull run. And I done bought high. I done sold low. I done transferred the wrong wallets. I have made some mistakes along the way. But the good thing about making those mistakes, I can talk to you. And I wasn't here. So before I go any further, man, hit that like and subscribe button, man. This the video gets you through these tough times, man. This the video that gets you through these tough times when you're looking at your wallet. Shots out. Let me hit it up, man. We got a man, I appreciate that. $50, the crypto factor. Thanks a lot, bro. Really appreciate that, man. Appreciate it. And thanks a lot. But these are the things that get you through the tough times, man. The tough times. And this is bare knuckles, nuts. Excuse me, I don't want to say nuts, but kahunas hanging. And let's go get it. So I'm just gonna, double down on positions that I've been studying. So now what am I looking at? I'm looking at XRP because they have that. And I'm just gonna go through a few tokens that I'm buying, and they've been pretty strong for me. Bitcoin, I'm not gonna kid you. A lot of people tell you don't like it's too high. I do constantly buy it, but it's not like a main thing. I bought it at 15,000, so I have a nice hunk in there, right? And so what I do on the side, I may drop another 100 in there every time it goes down to 90, another $200. See, this is just how I'm doing it. But I've been investing for over 5 years now. Ethereum, I've got like a couple of Ethereums, so this has been over time when it was real low. So now when it's like 3, now I'm just trying to get in position because there's a price in my head that I have that once it gets there, I'm going to start taking out. And I'm looking at what their all-time highs were. These coins are close to once they get to their all-time highs, I understand they're in price discovery. And when you're in price discovery, what that means is nobody knows how high it's going to go. Nobody can tell you when the top of the market's coming. Nobody can tell you how high it's going to go. But we can make predictions off flows, the tokenomics, how much is in circulation. We can make predictions off that, okay? And some of us understand very modest predictions. Some of us, sometimes people give you what you want to hear. They'll tell you, man, it's going to $5,000, $6,000. Like, I don't see XRP going to $6,000. Now, if it does, fine. I'm saying within this bull run. But do I see a $10, $5? Man, that's possible because it's $3.84, something like that was his all-time high. It's getting close to that. So after it passes that, it's in price discovery. And for you newbies, what price discovery is we don't know what it's going to do. We don't know. Like Bitcoin, once it started going over 100,000, everybody, we don't know what it's going to do. We're just excited about getting a president in that is pro-crypto. I'm telling you, if you've been in crypto for the last 4 or 5 years, we are excited about that. I promise you. I don't know a crypto person that's not just excited. And I know people got their own. I don't want to get into all that politics and personal opinions of this or that. I'm talking about cryptocurrency. I'm talking about crypto. And for the last 4 or 5 years, we've been fighting like hell, man, trying to get clarity on crypto. And so now we got our chance. We got an opportunity. This video for these times like this. This is gonna get you through this, man. I'm telling y'all, man. Hold on, be patient, be strong. Now, XRP, $2.26. That's still a good price right there. Because, like I said, all-time high is 384. Now they got the stable, US stable coin. They got Ripple stable coin. It's there. And so that tells me banks just licking their chops. Once they get clarity, man, the banks rolling in. And XRP has pushed themselves to say, you know what? We want to compete with Swift. We want to take it over. So that's their niche. And they sticking to it. And I'm telling you, people understand what they can do. Now they talk about tokenomics at 57 million, and they talk about how much is out there. Yeah, tokenomics plays that, but you know, who knows? They can burn. I don't know what they're gonna do. I just know I've been holding it long enough. And if I've been holding it this long, I ain't about to sell it now. And nowhere near. All right. Never bought BNB. Why? It was $600. I never bought BNB. Some people bought it, but I just felt like I always missed the boat on that. Now, Solana, as I was talking, it was like 185. Now it's 190. To me, that is a deal. Why? Because the all-time high was $252. It's already past its all-time high. Solana is getting in what we call price discovery. Now, the only reason why Solana ain't really took off because Sui taking some of their customers. That's all it is, man. And the money flow is kind of different. So, but will Solana take off? Yeah, because they are very comparable to each other. But at the same time, a lot of people who are in the crypto, that we missed it because of the FTX scandal. If you were here during that time, we know it. Solana went down to $9. Who bottomed out? Crypto was like, boom, man. Everybody was like, man, forget crypto. FTX done. Matter of fact, let's go to it. I take y'all newbies. Let's take y'all back. I got FTX scandal. Let's go. Let's go back and see if we can get on that date and that time. Man, it was rough. There were a lot of big dogs that got that lost a lot of money with FTX. What was FTX? FTX basically was a guy that had an exchange. Let me tell you something. I was on Voyager. Voyager just basically shut down, and if you had money on the exchange, you lost it. You had to wait and get it back in the lawsuit. And so I experienced that. If you had money on FTX, you lost it. You had to wait and get it back in the lawsuit. And so all that stuff, a lot of us has experienced, and everybody was like, man, I even said it, man, Solana dead, man. This joker got tons of Solana, man. Solana ain't coming back. It's $9. A lot of us, if we known what Solana was going to do on this rebound, you know how many people would have bought like thousands of dollars of Solana, $9? Man, we would have loaded up, but we missed it. We missed it. Some of us missed it. I bought some, but I didn't buy like I really should have because I thought it was dead. But in my mind, I just know crypto has a way of finding its way back. It does. Let's see, Cardano. We saw Cardano in 3 minutes. The SEC said they were coming after Cardano on security something, and it went down to 29 cents. What I'm speaking of is certain tokens have been through hell's fire, and they're still standing. But they've been through some scandals, and they're still standing. But what you're seeing now is a pullback. Anytime there's bad news in the news, anytime there's a war, anytime there's anything bad that happens, the market tanks. And when the market tanks, you should have money set aside if you want to be a true investor and start diving like a son of a gun on tokens and stock that you have been studying along the way. Not buying it when everybody's all excited. Right now, here's the thing now. You look at the market. It's 62% greed. A lot of y'all was buying it. If you go back and look at it was 86%. 86. That was the fear and greed. That was the greed. This right here, it starts pulling back as people getting scared. They're like, oh man, I don't know. Bull market y'all got to be out your mind if you think this bull run is even remotely even started. You got to be out your mind. And the reason you hear a lot of YouTubers telling you that is if they've been in it for 4 or 5 years, they already know. They know what the prices were. And so now when you start seeing them reach price discovery, you're going to start seeing a lot more exit videos, okay? And things like that. But money flows, man. And right now, Bitcoin is eventually it's going to be centralized. It's not going to be decentralized. It's going to be centralized. It's going to be owned by the big wigs, the big dogs, and they're going to control a lot because they're starting to understand it is a store of value. And when it's a store of value, what that basically means is he who holds the most Bitcoin will control a lot. Because if they sell, they dump. But here's the thing. Here's the beautiful thing about this. And this is why they want more of the ETFs. He who controls the most Bitcoin controls the price. But once you sell, he who buys will become the new controller. So in order to get your cash, you got to sell. What happens? The next big dog is ready to ride. That's why Michael Sellers is buying it. I don't think he wants to sell like that. That's why he's coming in through MicroStrategy and doing leveraging. People want to control Bitcoin. There's a lot of big companies that want to control it. And that's why you see the buys are so heavy now, because we're moving to a one digital currency. Banks may want to start controlling XRP. I don't know which banks are, but they can't mess with it right now because there's no clarity. But once clarity comes in, you may see that. Solana is more in the niche of platforms and things running on it and having phones and stuff like that. Sui, same thing, hardware on it. Let's compare. Ethereum isn't its own, but Ethereum's main problem, that's why you have the base. Ethereum is just the price, man. Like, and this is the one thing. I got Ethereum, but I hate it. But people are gonna buy Ethereum because it's been around. But to move $70, it cost me $120. That's crazy. So they have some other things that they're trying to alleviate that. Excuse me. But let's get into it. But this video is gonna help you through. The reason I keep saying that is because I want y'all to get a little strong when it comes to investing. And I got people that be calling me, man, it's going down a lot. I'm like, yep. How much you buy? That's what I ask, man. How much did you buy now? I don't know if I want to buy none right now. It's going down. Sometimes I just hang up. When my buddies call, I'm like, you ain't gonna buy now? Okay. And then when it goes up, they're blowing my phone up. Man, what should I buy? Man, don't call me. Don't call me. Because I already told you, look at these, and when they come down, here's a great opportunity to buy. And the people who own a lot, the really big dog, they know you cannot let prices get so high, because if they get too high, people are not going to buy. You need retail in here, more exposure to cryptocurrency. And what person I don't care, new retail people, when they come in, they're not going to look at circulating supply. Well, all right, let me give you an example. I'm going to get on here and just imagine a new person comes in here and they're listening to me talk about cryptocurrency and what about. Hey, welcome to Crypto Secret X. Hey, today we're going to talk about the circulating supply. We're looking at Chainlink, currently sitting at 626 million. Now, the circulating supply here will determine the price based upon how many are circulating right now. Now, the total supply is 1.2 billion. I'm rounding the number up. Right now, they have 626 million in circulation. At that particular point, we're going to get into the price. That price has a tendency to run up because they don't have fully everything circulating. So they have about 86%. With 86% in there, we probably going to see some type of inflationary period where they may dump more tokens. I'm talking like that. They over the head. But what they're going to do, this is my conversation with all newbies when they come in. I hit the price button. I kid you not. I said, man, you got Bitcoin. They look at this right here. 95,000, man, that's too much. So I hit it again. How much is that? Right here. What's it? What you talking about? That thing they call PP. What? The thing you call PP. And I said, well, it's 0.0, it's not a penny. Oh, yeah, let me get that. How much of it can I get? Okay, I'll say, well, how much $20 give me? And if you've been in crypto for a while, you understand this. How much can $20 get? I said, man, they give you 5 million. Oh, yep, I want to get that. 5 million. I said, but you know, that's based off 420 some trillion tokens, and you want 5 million. I don't care. 5 million them seem like. So if it go to $1, I have $5 million. Yep. But you know how many zeros they got to drop? That part they don't understand. So they're going to buy what they can get easy access to, Robinhood tokens. They're going to look at the price. Okay. So we know we can't let things get out of hand. But XRP, again, I keep telling people $7. On the high end, $10. With the new stable coin, boom, I think that's going to be pretty good. Ethereum, I'm looking at roughly about a $7,000 to $8,000 token. Bitcoin, the grandfather of them all. When I look at Bitcoin, once it starts reaching around that 150,000, which I think is very easy, I'm going to be really looking at taking profit. Our Cardano, this right here, roughly on the optimistic end with Solana, roughly about really between $400 to $500. I think that's very realistic, very easy to get. On a high end, about $1,000. We scroll on down, and I'm just going on the ones I have. Chainlink, I think Chainlink will get it about $50. It could possibly reach 100, but I think about $50. Let's go. Arweave, very low price. I'm really high on Arweave. My only concern with Arweave is the ability for retail to get it. I think they really need to get on the Robinhood, and that's one of the ones right here. Let's see here. Internet computer. A lot of people talk about it. You can get it on Binance. You can get it on Uphold. And Uphold is one I think a lot of people need to start downloading. Uphold's really being aggressive in getting tokens. And I'm not sure. I think Coinbase. I got to go back. Matter of fact, let me just click on it. And I know if you want to hear somebody go crazy over internet computer, go to Jerry Banfield. Man, that guy is crazy for internet computer. But this is how you can see everything. Coinbase Exchange, yeah, you can do that. So here's how I look at it when I get into my cryptos. Okay, let's say, and I'm gonna give you a roundabout example. Let's say I have a total of $10,000, and on my Patreon, you can look at some of these things. I have put wallets there that you can look at it, how to, and certain coins that I say 10x. So if something 10x, and you have like $10,000 in a 10x, you got $100,000. That's a really good gain on a wallet from 10,000 to 100,000. That's a really good gain. If you get a 4x times 5,000, you're looking at $20,000. Great gain. So you don't want to be greedy on this thing, but a 4x, 5x, some of them. Now when you start getting 100x, which some tokens may 100x. So if it was $7 and 100x, that means it's gonna go to $700. Okay, but if your token was like $2 and we say it's gonna 10x, that's a $20 token. So you understand the math behind this. So right now, if I'm looking at and I'm gonna go up, here's one on Sui. I think Sui can reach I think on a good end, Sui can reach anywhere from 10 to $20. I really do. Why? Because Sui only has about 2.9 billion circulating. Now it's more, it's 10 million, it's 10 billion max, but they only have 2.9 circulating. So you only base the price off the circulating supply. And this one right here, they are working, man. They're like, there's not a coin that, we're waiting on it. Their stuff is ready to go. Okay. But if Sui was to 10x, you're looking at a $40 token. All right. If it was to 3x, you're looking at a $12 token. That's very realistic. 3x. So if you got like 8,000, you're looking at $24,000. So when you start looking at these tokens, when you hear people say 2x and 3x and 10x and 100x, 10x is really good on the wallet. If you got, for some of us, we may have like $70,000, $80,000 in wallets. If we get a 10x, we got 800,000. A 10x now. But some of us been doing this for a while. You understand? We haven't been doing this for like 2 days and like we started. Now, I started like some of you started. Like you're starting now, $10, $15, $20. I started there, but over the term of 5 years, aggressive like hell in investing and sacrificing. Every time I wanted to get something, I put it in investing. Now I have these type wallets here now. But I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat and tell you that this thing wasn't built over a period of time. This was built over a period of time. Now, when we start getting into this 10,000x and 100,000x, you're really starting to look at meme coins and gambling. Okay, I'm just, unless you bought some of these tokens that just ground level, bottom floor when they first came out. But that's a different type of investment. Okay, you're going to see that come back. I have 2 meme coins. Like right now, 2 of my meme coins, Ted, I just found out it's on the Coinbase wallet exchange. So now I'm like, that pumped me up even more. That now people can buy my meme coin on Coinbase. And I got two of them there. So I'm real excited about that. But right now, the reason you don't hear much about meme coins because I know people need to really be focusing on cryptocurrency. I'm not saying don't buy memes, but what I'm saying is I would be really misguiding you, getting you to focus on just high risk memes, and knowing that we're in the middle of one of the biggest bull runs there can be. That we're in a really good time. So I will really be messing y'all up to tell you, hey man, go buy this meme, hold it, and I know Sui can reach a total of roughly anywhere from 10 to 20 bucks, and you get it at $4. You're looking at roughly a 5x. All right, with technology behind. Meme coins don't have technology. It's all about community. So I would be misguiding you there. Now, once all this stuff starts flowing and everything rolls, now for me, how meme coins are going to really run, and this is why I really think YouTube meme coins are going to make a comeback, is because those of us who have been investing for a while that have major capital now, we can come back and what can we do? We can really explode our memes and get our vision out because now we got the real financial money behind it to make it go. And that's how this thing works, man. And so this is something that I haven't learned overnight. This is through trial and error. This is through 5 years of losing money, making mistakes, trusting people when I shouldn't have trusted them, all the whole shebang. And so you learn it. So here's what I'm trying to tell you. If you are sitting right now and your wallet's down $8,000, please don't panic now. Now, there will be a time where you need to panic. Well, I would have told you, man, look, you should have took some profit. You messing up now because this thing is tanking. I would have came on here, but right now it's not time to panic. It's not time to panic. What is the time is everything you see red that you've been doing your research on, that you've been studying, that you've been following your favorite YouTuber, give you a list of tokens. Like I have a list of mine on my Patreon group in wallets of tokens that I have studied and been following for the past 5 years. Okay. So there's some research there. There's some grit and grind behind it. I'm not just getting on and saying, hey man, buy this token because the next person talked about it. But there are a lot of other YouTubers that do the same thing. They study this stuff. They really dig into this, man. And it's not like we're saying we have the golden crystal ball because we really don't, but we really study. And over 5 years, if you study something so long, you learn a lot about it. You really do. And you get more in depth of understanding, like, okay, this is a good buy. Hey, I'm not going to touch that. We learn not to panic in certain situations. We learn not to emotional buy to certain situations because we've already experienced that. So don't panic with this. But here's my advice to anybody that's new in crypto, or you just feeling kind of down because your wallet's down. Keep this video and play it. Every time there's a dip, play this video. Come back to it, and all you're going to hear me say is, let your kahunas hang. All right? This is a dip. This is not the bear market. We're going to make a comeback. But I hope you have put yourself, man, let me make my thing big. I want to talk to you now. But I hope you have done your research, studied, get your behind up 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning and look at your wallet and the coins you invested in. Get in a bigger position. All right? Get in a bigger position now. Stop messing around. Stop playing and stop selling when it's down and buying when it goes high. Please stop the idiot. That's idiotic buying. Stop that. I ain't your advisor, but that's stupid buying. Buy it when it's low. Okay? If you bought it at $20 and you lost 10, forget it. It's spill milk. Let it come back. Don't take it out of 10 because that's stupid. You already lost 10, so go ahead and let's let it roll. Unless that company went bottom up and they told y'all we bankrupt and we ain't coming back no more and we ain't doing nothing, let it ride. Hey man, let's we in it. Let's go. You bought the crypto. I hope you bought the cryptocurrency, number one, because you did some research. Or you know the person you're following, you follow them long enough that you know their research is on point. Okay? And so you made a good buy. So trust your buy. You wouldn't have bought it for no reason. This is just a dip. Now, you're coming, here's your advantage over us. This is your advantage if you're new coming in. This is your advantage. You, if you're in America. Now, if you're in another country, I'm not being biased to it, but I'm talking to you. You're coming in on a pro-crypto administration. Okay? You got the silver spoon a little bit now. All right? You're coming in with an SEC chairman that's pro-crypto. You got the silver spoon in your mouth. You're coming in where I just heard Congress say is that Jerome Powell right now doesn't have the liberty to speak on Bitcoin and a treasury, but we want to give it to them so they can do it. I just heard a congressman say that on a news interview. So you're coming in with a pro-crypto administration. So knuckle up, quit being soft, and buy the dang on dips. And don't be panic buying 20%, wait on another dip. If it runs back up, okay. Hold your horses. Keep your money on the side. It's going to be another dip. Now, if you want to play the game and take it out of $1, wait till it drop $1. If you got that kind of time, that's cool. But I know the all-time high. See my book right here? This is my book. That book right there, what I did, I go down Watson, I write down the all-time highs. I check it, the circulating supply, how much I got in, what's going on with the companies. I get people dropping gems in the Patreon group to me versus much I go and look at, like Constellation. Constellation's been out for 6 years and I never even looked at it until somebody said, look at the coin. All right, let me go look at it. I found out they working with the United States government. Air Force. So they're top secret. Did I go buy some? Yep. I bought it at 6 cents. Now let me explain. I bought it at 6 cents. It went down to 5 cents. I had a ton of it. Sold it because I was like, because I bought it without the research. Once I did the research, as soon as I did the research, I said, you know what, this is a great buy. I bought it at 6, sold it at 5, it ran up to 7, I bought more. I mean, then it went up to 8 cents, but just think about what I did. Totally against my principle. I don't mind telling you my mistake, but that's what I'm saying. Do your research. All right. We give you a basis. We give you an understanding of some things to look at. We're going to come and report that news to you because while y'all looking at movies At night, some of y'all looking at the ball games. I'm up looking at cryptocurrency. That's what we're doing. So that's why we get up here and we do these YouTube videos. When I come in, I want to bring that inspiration to you, but I do want to bring some information on a different plateau. And so of what I'm investing in, but also giving you some encouragement along the way that this is a great opportunity for y'all now. Y'all can play with it if you want to. This is a great opportunity for y'all. That red, because here's what I want you to see. Them panic buyers now. Let's go to I'm gonna go to Bitcoin chart real fast. If it'll pull up. Now, you're looking at Bitcoin chart on the day, right? But let's go to the all-time chart. Bam. Now, it looks a whole lot different now, don't it? I was buying it down here. See that? Right around here. That's when I bought Bitcoin. Right there at that mark. So this right here is all gravy for me. So my tolerance level for this, I'm good. Why? Because I was buying it way down here. But when it was up here, this was the last bull run. Got all this stuff right here. And look at this. In 21 April, you saw that? And look at that huge dip right there. That was just 3 months later. And then right after that, if you look at it right here, look at this big run. That was about 4 months. So I could have bought it here. I thought it was still too high, at 30 something. And then it went way up to like almost like 60 some thousand, and everybody was going crazy. Oh my God, it's going to 100. It didn't go, because from the time it started running around, I would say here at 35, because that's when I was really started paying attention in 21. It was running about 35,000, right? It got all the way up to in 20 from that 121, it got all the way up to about 58,000, and everybody was excited, right? And then it took a huge dip, and then that toward the end of that following year, the beginning of the bull run, we started seeing a decline. Bam. But see, the decline now, this is why I'm telling you that you got to have exit strategy, because this decline wasn't that much. You see that? But it never got back to there. It never got back to there. And then we saw that this was bear market stuff. But now, remember, I saw 35. So now look at this right here. I want you to see this right here. Let me see if I can get to it there. All right, so now we see it here. Is it 70 something? A little bit higher than that, the last one. All right. And now we see the major runoff here. Okay. Now, if this was last year, I might have been like selling right at about that 101, because it was too much stuff going on with the SEC and Gary Gensler. It was too much. But with this one video right here, this is what gives me hope in America right here. And I tell you, this is why I say this bull run, and you hear people saying this bull run could be one of the greatest bull runs. This is what I'm talking about right here. And let me show you. Why am I making a video like this? Because I want to let y'all, man, we got to get y'all through this, man. I don't want y'all to panic, man. I don't want y'all to panic. So USA Today. Don't panic. Don't panic. It's not there yet. You know why they asked him? Why they asked Jerome Powell? Are we going to have a Bitcoin reserve? Trump is looking to create a Bitcoin strategic reserve. How would that work? Okay. Former U.S. Secretary Lawrence Summers, U.S. says U.S. does not need a national Bitcoin reserve. This is this guy right here, right? But this is these guys talking. Republican president nominee and former U.S. President Donald Trump speaks at the Bitcoin event in Nashville. And y'all know that. We have not had anybody speak at the Bitcoin convention. Nobody. It's in the office like that. But Trump went on and jumped on over there. So for far too long, the government has violated our cardinal rule. This is what was said at the conference now. For far too long, our government has violated the cardinal rule that every Bitcoiner knows by heart. Never sell your Bitcoin, Trump said in July. So far, this year, Bitcoin's price is up more than 100%. By avoiding future sell-offs, the U.S. could help keep Bitcoin prices elevated, benefiting current investors. If you constrain the supply in overall real-time market, does it help? And they were talking about it. But the thing he said was it's going to be one of the greatest times for Bitcoin. And let me see. I think I got that video. If you haven't seen it, I'm trying to get y'all inspiration, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, this is just part of it, but I want y'all to understand. Here it is right here. Let me show y'all this video real quick.
I pledge to the Bitcoin community that the day I take the oath of office, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris's anti-crypto crusade will be over. It will end. It'll be done. It'll be done. The moment I'm sworn in, the persecution stops and the weaponization ends against your industry. And as long as I'm in the Oval Office, on day one, I will fire Gary Gensler and appoint a new SEC chairman. I didn't know he was that unpopular. Let me say it again. On day one, I will fire Gary Gensler. And no longer will your government sit by and watch as Bitcoin jobs and businesses flee to other countries because America's laws are too unclear and too tough and too angry and too stiff. We will keep each and every Bitcoin job in the United States of America. That's what we're going to be doing. Upon taking office, I will immediately appoint a Bitcoin and Crypto Presidential Advisory Council. Would anybody like to be on that particular council? Please raise your hand. Their task will be to design transparent regulatory guidance for the benefit of the entire industry, and they will get it done in 100 days. We will have regulations, but from now on, the rules will be written by people who love your industry, not hate your industry, people that want to make it clear and simple, straightforward and fair, people that want to see your industry thrive, not dive. Next, All
right, there you go. Now, when you hear that, you basically see that right now is not the time to sell. This is the time to start buying and getting yourself in position. Get yourself in position. Let's get ready for this bull run that we've been waiting on for the past 4 years, y'all. Let's go ahead and let's make this money. Let's go ahead and let's make life-changing money. And so if you miss buying it when we were telling y'all to buy it real low, and we were telling y'all about this for the past 4 years, and you was telling us it was a scam, and you was telling us that we're wasting our time, stay away from big cryptocurrency, it's a scam, all that stuff right there. So we don't have to say we told you so when we start hearing this one sound. Yep. We don't want to hear that sound. And we don't want you to miss out when we start hearing this sound right here. Yep. That sound right there. The cash register, that money start coming in. When you start hearing that sound, we want everybody in here to have an opportunity to make life-changing money. And if you don't understand life-changing money, this is money that can change not only your life, but the life of generations to come. And working a 9 to 5 every day, making roughly, even if you're making $100,000 a year, when you retire, you're only gonna get half of that, which is gonna be about 50-some thousand, and they're gonna tax it. So what else, unless you've inherited some money, investments are a way to make that life-changing money, but it's not easy, okay? It's not easy. It's not something that's gonna happen overnight. It is built upon persistence, sacrifice, determination, study, and discipline. It's built on them. It's built on those 5 principles right there, and you got to do it. And if you're just not coming in, you need to be sacrificing like hell. I'm not your advisor, but you need to be sacrificing like hell to get that opportunity to make that kind of money. And the reason I'm taking, because I did it for 4 or 5 years. I did it, and you can do it too. You can sacrifice. You can say, "Well, I don't have that much money." You don't have to have that much money. I'm telling you now, you do not have to have $5,000 in the bank. But what you do have to have is a doggone determination to understand that you're not going to buy those $200 pair of Jordans. You're not going to take those $2,000 trips. You're not going to go to buy that $150 bottle of wine in the club. You're not going to buy those Gucci belts and all that stuff. You're not going to buy that brand new truck. You're not going, you're going to say, you know what? We're going to sacrifice here because we got a golden opportunity. We're going to invest in about 3 particular coins because you don't have enough time right now to be investing in 100 different coins at $10 a pop. You're not going to see nothing. Not like that unless you get into DJing. And DJing is not where it's happening right now. Okay? But you pick them 3. Now, I'm not your advisor, but Solana right now, SUI, XRP, Cardano. All right. Any of those 4, I call those 4 main ones. Somebody else may have a different viewpoint, but that's what I'm going to tell you. You knuckle up, you invest in them 3, try to get your weight up in position in those particular coins right there. Okay. Then once you get yourself in position, and just think like this, if this was to 10x, how much would I have? That's all you got to do. If I got $100 in here and at 10x, I'm going to have 1,000. Okay. Now, realistically, if you coming in and you got a little bit, I hear people saying millions, that's great. But if you can take $3,000 or $4,000 and 10x that into 3,000 into 30,000, and then pull it out, and now you got 30,000 to invest in your next borrowing, especially if you're young. If you're older and you're making a great salary, you're gonna have to sacrifice a little bit, $100, $200 there. If you got a little dry pot over here, not killing your whole bank, but just investing in a few, now you got an opportunity. Now, when it comes to stock, what am I buying in stock? I'm buying 3 major stocks right now. I'm buying Google because Google is coming out with a chip, which is not this year, but it's coming out with something that's going to compete with cryptocurrency. It is now. I'm telling you this. I'm buying MicroStrategy because of the aggressiveness of micro sellers and buying Bitcoin. MicroStrategy. I am buying IBM. All right. And the reason I'm buying Google, MicroStrategy, and IBM because AI is taking over like a son of a gun. Okay. AI is taking over like a son of a gun. It is. And pretty soon when we get done with it, where AI is going to be unbelievable. And so I want to invest in AI. And so you invest in those, you find those investments, and you hunker down and you make your convictions and you dive in, man. And here's the thing. No investment, you ain't gonna make nothing. If you put your money in the bank and just think about all these times, I've done it too. Think about how many times you come into lump sums of money and you just dropped it in the bank and now it's gone. You don't even have a dime of that. Or you maybe have like a small shell of what it was. Why? Because you constantly withdrew, but there was nothing going in. When you was sleeping, you was waking up, your money was still the same. You have to find ways to make money while you're sleeping. You can get into day trading, but you need $25,000. I can day trade now, but I've got myself in position to be able to do that. And I didn't inherit no $2 million. I didn't inherit nothing, but I sacrifice. I sacrifice now. All right. And you don't have to say, and if you really want to get really aggressive with it, get a second job. Get a second job and let that job be your investment. Go and take it. Let your other job pay your bills and let the second job be your investment. I'm going to just invest with this job. Every time I get a check, I'm going to invest. Where there's a will, there's a way. I promise you. If you start looking at it from that perspective with your money, 2 years from now, you could have yourself completely out of debt and in a whole different tax bracket and a whole different living availability. But you got to study and you got to go after it, man. So this video is meant to get you through these type of days. If you're an investor now, hold on. If you're a new investor, hold on. Don't panic. Just get in position. And those of us who just need that encouragement, because you may have been like me, you looked up and I saw, it didn't really bother me when I saw it, but I was like, dang, but it's coming back. That's what I said. And I saw it. I saw $10,000. But I knew this video, you save this video now. I'm telling you, one day you're going to need it. You may not need it now, but you're going to need this video. Save it in your archive because you're going to need it. And a new investor that's coming in, that's calling you panicking, save this video. You're going to need it now. You're going to need it. Because we all need inspiration. We all do at times feel that like, God, doggy. Because even though there are times I probably could have took some profit, but I didn't. But like I said, I'm not worried right now. But I am going to take profit because of things that I have experienced. But you're going to have to knuckle down, buckle up, and get in here, roll your sleeves up. Get a little bloody. Get a little bloody now. All right, people. That's been it for today. But if you're new, y'all know my main four. Matter of fact, I got them on the front. XRP, SUI, Bitcoin, Solana. I have Ethereum, but I think if you're new coming in, you might come off a little bit better with Solana. Even though I think Ethereum can get to about 8,000, but that's roughly going to be close to 2x. All right. Solana, if it gets, not if, when it gets, that's about a 5x. About 500, it's going to be about 5x. From right now, if you bought it, it's going to be close to a 5x. XRP at $10, that's another 5x. Okay. If you're going to get into a meme coin, the buy low with Pepe down at that 1.0000 whatever 1, that means it's down a lot. If you can get roughly about 3 million at $20, I'm gonna speak to you in those terms. It's not a bad buy. For every $20 you get 3 million, that's not a bad buy. If you can get 4 million at 20, that's really good. All right. So just look at it. You can go back, and if you want to get some wallets, I really broke them down in my Patreon group, and I broke them down like 100x, and I really explained that in there. And I do have those, but it's paid. It's not, I don't give it away for free because it's a lot of study I go in to do that. And so I think some things, we can give to you, but I think some of the things, I just think I deserve some compensation for it, because this is a lot of studying, man. It's a lot of studying. It's a lot of up, 2 o'clock in the morning, busting your butt, trying to get that stuff done. And, and then what it does, it saves you time. So you don't have to invest. But you need to, like they always tell you, get into a church, get into a church so you can, have fellowship with God. Man, listen, link in with a YouTuber. And I'm not saying all YouTubers know what they're talking about, but there are some, I'll be honest with you, there are some really good YouTubers when it comes to talking like this hardcore straight cryptocurrency. There's some good people and they have some really good hunches and some really good buys. But when you get in, just get in with somebody who speaks to you. And when you talk to them, you feel an ease, you feel a peace come over, like in tough times, you feel like that peace, like, oh man, I can relax with this, I feel a little better. Now I can go back and attack this market a little bit more. If you feel that, then like the videos, subscribe to their channel, come to their lives, keep coming back. And that helps you get through these tough moments like this. When you do have these moments where it's like, God dang, man, you have those moments. Some of these things can get you through that. And but link with them, man. And I know there's some YouTubers, you may get some crazy stuff, but there's some really good YouTubers. I listen to a lot of YouTubers too, certain ones now, but there are some people out here, and I'll maybe start sharing those with you. The people I listen to, but they have some really good analytical points. I like people who break down the analytical side of it for me. And they're really speaking some hard facts. But then they also tell you, hey man, like, look, this is what I'm doing now. So knuckle up. I ain't telling you to do it, but knuckle up. I like that. It's hardcore facts. So it helps me get through. Just like I want to help you get through. But thank y'all for joining me today. It's been real, man. It's been real. It's been real. Drop a comment. What's up, Crypto Camo? What's going on, man? Yep. But drop a comment, like the video, subscribe, share. We in this together, y'all. We in this together. But like I always tell you, man, you'll never learn how to swim without jumping in, and you'll never climb a mountain without stumbling. I see you guys later, man. Save this video. You're gonna need it now. I'm trying to tell you. But yeah, but I'm about to get out of here, y'all. I'm about to get out of here. But I'll talk to you guys later.